Okay, let's get started and do a quick demo of the LinkedIn Messenger. I'm going to select it from the menu, run it. It'll come up to the middle of my screen, and what you see is that it's going to be sitting on the front page of LinkedIn ready for you to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account. So it's going to go in, log in, go to the front page, and we just sit there and wait for a second, let it load. Then we're going to very simply click the button on the bottom left where it says go to select category. And what that's going to do is go over to the LinkedIn contacts page where it's going to allow us to make a decision as to which contacts it is that we want to send a message to. And so we just need to wait until it actually does some loading on this page. Sometimes that takes a few seconds. Of course, depends on how many contacts you have and bandwidth speed and that sort of thing. We can scroll down a bit to see how it's coming. We can see now that it's loaded up my contacts. It tells you how many that there are here. The default setting is that when it goes to that page, it has filtered by all your contacts. If you want to select all of your contacts to send a message to, that's really simple. You can just click on Retrieve Contacts. But if you want to narrow it down to a smaller group, perhaps you've set up a tag or some other group within the features that LinkedIn offers you, you can click on this drop-down menu where it says All Contacts, and it'll allow you to do so. So you can select by company or title, other sort of source, some saved message. Let's look at the tag because that's the customized area that you can set up. So you can group your contacts in any way you want. So you can add contacts to a specific type of category and send to just those. I've got a group set up that I call it 500 plus contactable, which means that they've got each person in that tag inside that group. They have 500 or more contacts, and they're contactable. Some people I just simply don't want to contact. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And what it's going to do at LinkedIn is refresh the page, except narrowing the scope down to the people that matched that tag, that criteria. Okay, and it takes a few seconds for it to do that. So we're just waiting for it to go ahead and do that. I can scroll back over here, take a look and see what they've got. We've selected down to them. Okay, now I can go ahead and click the Retrieve Contacts button. And what that's going to do is it's going to go through that group of people, which in this case is my tag called 500 plus contactable, which has 276 people in it. What the software is going to do is start scrolling through all of those contacts. If you notice when you go onto that page in LinkedIn, what happens is they'll display to you the first 10 or so out of that group of contacts that you're looking at. And then if you scroll down to the bottom of that page or close to the bottom of that page, it'll show you the next 10. And if you scroll to the bottom of that, it'll show you the next 10, and so on. And so what the software is doing is it's doing that motion on your behalf. So after we've clicked Retrieve Contacts, we just simply wait. And you can see that the button that we clicked has grayed out, and now it is asking us please wait while it goes and it does that activity for us. When it has finished going to the bottom of each of those pages, and finally it reaches the end, what it does then is it brings all of those contacts over into the LinkedIn Messenger software, and that grayed out button that said please wait now refreshes back to Retrieve Contacts. Also on the right hand side you'll see we now have the send message button enabled. And of course in the top right we see a little window that looks a little strange, the data in it, because it includes a number that you're probably not familiar with, as well as the person's name. But it tells us how many contacts that it loaded. And then underneath that we've got the an area to put subject of the message. So we'll say, I have great news. And then I could change the message. You can see it, the default message is in there. And inside there, it's got in squiggly brackets the letters FN, as in Frank Norman. That is a shortcut for first name. What's going to happen is when it sends the message to each of these people, it's going to replace that tag with the person's first name. So each message is personalized toward that individual. I'm going to send a message here that says, I have great news. Hello, first name. As requested by many of my contacts, I have now made the LinkedIn Messenger software available as a standalone product. You can find it here. Enjoy. And now that we have the message in there, all we need to do is click the button that says Send Message. You can also change the language that this whole screen is being displayed in. My language, of course, is English, but if I was German or Spanish or Polish or Portuguese or Russian, I could change it to that language as well. And if you change it, then just click Apply, which will tell you, by the way, that you need to reload the screen in order for the changes to come out into effect. I don't want to do that, so I just want to send this message, and so I'm going to click on Send. And what happens now is it's going to go through each of these people one at a time and send the message. And you'll see it happening real time over here on the left hand side. As it gets to the next person, it's going to send the message. Then over on the left, you'll see each time your message was successfully sent. And that's really it. Now what I can do is I can just go and enjoy my family. I can go run errands. I can do whatever I want to do and let the software do what it's supposed to do. Okay? And when it's finished, it'll tell you that it's finished. And by the way, it's also keeping track of the messages that you sent. And I'll save that though for another video, because there is a whole section here related to these buttons, Load, Save, and Logs, that I want to discuss with you, because that is the area of tremendous enhancements that are coming inside this piece of software. And the direction that I'm going to take it is to provide the ability for you to set up your own autoresponder system for your contacts in LinkedIn, and the messages and timing and all of that sort of thing. Okay, so that's where we're going next, and these buttons are related to that. It also provides some a way for you to really get custom on who to send messages to and when and that sort of thing. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you enjoy the software, and I look forward to talking to you down the road.